Hi, I'm Patu from freefincal. In this video, let's take a look at some fantastic online resources for both our kids and adults. These are some of the YouTube channels and other links that I and my wife and my child have explored over the last 10 years or so. And this is a follow up on what I did a few days ago. We talked about basic tips for young parents, and then what happens when your child goes past 1 year and starts observing things around us, what to do then. So before we begin, a quick shout out to Vinay Rai for this beginner's guide to personal finance. It's a free ebook that's available for download. I shall leave the link below. I shall also leave the link below for the resources that gives you all the links for the YouTube channels I'm going to talk about. So please download this book and you can use this as a starter kit for managing your personal finance and getting started. This is for absolute newbies. Anybody can use it. Please have a look. All right, so before we begin, some context. So, well, my child doesn't speak Tamil, although Tamil is my mother tongue. For my son, his mother tongue is English. We did not introduce him to any kind of Tamil media, that is Tamil videos or Tamil programs, Tamil songs or anything, television or anywhere else. The reason for that is I think there's no clear demarcation of content, especially created for kids, and content that's meant for adults. There's some kind of a mixture, some kind of a kitschy, and I didn't want my child to be exposed to that. And irony is that he does Tamil very well in school, and he's able to, because he doesn't speak Tamil. He is able to understand written Tamil very well, and he gets more mark in Tamil than he gets in English. Although he is pretty much fluent in English, he can understand Tamil fluently, but it responds back in English. Well, that's the irony. For a kid who doesn't speak a word of Tamil, he gets more marks in Tamil than in English. Probably there's a failure of our system. I don't know what you call it. So I love watching movies. I will try to watch one movie a day. So I introduced my son to the kind of movies my father introduced me to, my cartoons, even serious stuff. For example, my son has watched significant amounts of Lawrence of Arabia even when he was very young. So I use this common sense media to find out. For example, if we just saw Frozen 2. Before we went to the theater, I typed in, or even before I booked tickets, I typed in the movie name. I find out the review. I find out whether it's actually suitable for his age group or not, what others say about it, what common sense media says about it, and so on. I get a sense of what to expect from the movie, whether it's scary, whether it's got peril, scenes of peril, violence, etc., or bad language, and so on, and then only then we showcase it to him. Of course, today he kind of is free to navigate on YouTube wherever he wants. He borrows my computer or my wife's computer for doing that. And in the hour and a half that he uses, he is free to navigate, but we trust him. Of course, he gets some places where he should not be, but I think he's getting a sense of right and wrong on his own, so we just let him on his own. He actually is a fan of voice search. All right, so I use this. Um, Baby Instinct is a fantastic channel for people who have got toddlers, people who are 1 year, maybe less than a year is fine. 6 months above should be okay. Even less than that is fine. They show toys, wonderful soothing music, and they show nice images of parents playing with children, children playing with children, bubbles, toys, and so on. They make the child aware of different senses. They perceive. It helps the child perceive their own skills better. In my opinion, I think that's a must watch. Curious George is something that you can graduate to when your child is a little bit older. It teaches so many things about science, agriculture, engineering, mathematics, etc., etc., and basically hones the curiosity that's intrinsic in a child. All these were not available officially when my just a few years ago. Now they are actually officially available on YouTube. You can watch it without watching somebody else's uploads. Peep on the Big Wide World is also another one that can be used for toddlers, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year olds. They investigate, explore so many things in nature and from shapes to basic ways of animals, etc., and so on. It's done in a very nice, humorous way. Um, we love it. The way we even adults can watch it. So it's fantastic. So even the adults won't get bored when we watch it. The next one is there's something called Mathemagic. This is an old Disney cartoon. It was made for. It describes color and shapes and pretty high advanced concepts in mathematics, but for children. I think children of 5, 6 years old can watch it. I mean, you just show them. If they like it, they'll like it. If they don't like it, well, you're not going to lose anything. Of course, this is not an official version. Quickly before it's removed. So the next one is Math Antics. This can be used once your child goes to school. They teach very advanced concepts in mathematics in extremely simple ways, in extremely nice, humorous, funny ways. It's awesome. This is what I do is I show advanced math videos to expect when it's actually shown in when it's actually handled in school, or it helps him with Olympiads and so on. So I love this channel. The Royal Institution is also has videos for everybody, all ages. But there's a specific kids playlist which you can include. They talk about experiments. There are also lectures. My son used to watch lectures when he was under one. I mean, he even if he didn't understand a word, he will just watch. He likes people talking. He'll just sit and listen. So it was easy for us to show the lectures to him. Of course, there are nice experiments, fun experiments that the parents do with the children. We can also try and do it ourselves. This is a simulation website. You can download the website or download the games and simulations. It's got fantastic games. Once the child goes 5th standard, 6th standard, 7th standard, 8th standard, it's got mechanics, biology, engineering, all sorts of fantastic learnings. Even the teachers, if you are a teacher, you should be using this in class. It's a great thing. You can download it. It's HTML5 sometimes, it's JavaScript sometimes. You can download it or you can play on the website. Oopsie. Sorry about that. Kids Health .org is a website where they teach you how the body works, how your lungs work, and so on. How muscles work, both skeletons work. You can see that. So this is something that my son stumbled on his own, and he started watching it. He will just watch the playlist, and sometimes he'll be in a mood to watch this. Sometimes he'll be in a mood. So it depends. We just let him watch what he wants, and we are not prudes, and there's no limit to what. Of course, there are certain words he can't use, and so on. He's still learning. He's exploring the world. He's very fluent in plant reproduction, how it's done, and he has already connected that human reproduction should be very similar to that, and he has talked to us about it. And it's in a very innocent, harmless, professional way, and that's fine. That's how we should learn. Better that he learns these things from us than from elsewhere, from kids. That's how I learned. That was bad. So how it's made, you must have seen this in Discovery Channel. They talk about everything from crayons to coins to plastic covers to ice cream to everything. It's fantastic. It's just you just teaches so much about how about automation, about industries, about how things are shaped, designed, and so on. I strongly recommend that. What is this channel? Yeah, Make Me Genius. I think this is an Indian channel. They talk about fun things. They talk about stories, science things, and so on. It's a mixture. You have to explore it and so on. Red Orbit is another kind of how it works, what is kind of site that also we like. This is the Hubble Space Telescope channel. My son stumbled on this on his own. He likes watching these. He likes watching pictures of nebula. He's a astro buff. I was an astro buff when I was young, and as of now, I wanted to become an astronomer for a long time in my life. but then I went away, I deviated from that even before I left school. But as of now, my son wants to become an astronomer, and he's got strong interest in stars. There's a software called Stellarium. Download that and you can explore the heavens. We have a binoculars. He likes to, sometimes he goes outside, but he has got a fear of the dark, so that's a problem. So anyway, you have to play around with it. Interactive biology talks about videos. This is a slightly advanced channel. Very young children may not appreciate it, but people who are in the teens may like this. Talking about how the body works in a more professional way. It's run by it's run by doctors now. It's run by a different person, by an educator. It's AUM sometime. I think they changed the channel name here. It was called something else. I don't know what it was called. Again, this is about biology, how the body works, etc. But in a nice, using cartoons, it teaches kids and so on. Many more channels are there. My son explores all this. We just let him do it. It depends. If you're, I mean, you got to do it on a case by case basis, depending on how your child is and so on. So those are some of the resources which I would strongly recommend. Please explore these with your spouse. You watch it alone first, and then you prefer, if your children are there, watch it with headphones so that they don't know. First, you do the monitoring, the censoring, whatever it is, and then whatever is suitable for your family, for your values, you can choose. And there are multiple other channels. So if you have any other channels, please let me know. And that's what I wanted to say in this video. Catch you again later. Download the ebook by Vinay Rai. I'll leave that below. Follow Free Fincal on Google News.